What is up? Welcome to Random Fill Friday. We're in the 11th month of the year, November, so we're going to do another fill in 11/8. Let's go ahead and draw our notes out and see what our final rhythm is going to be. Here's the rhythm for today's RFF. We start with 1/8 note on the downbeat of 1, which will take up the entirety of that beat. Then we have an 8th note triplet starting on beat 2, which will cover 2 and the trip of 2. And we have a 16th note triplet on the let of 2. So we're going to play the 2 and the let of 2. After that, we have 3 8th note triplets starting on the downbeat of 3. So we will be playing 3, the let of 3, and the trip of 4. So let's go ahead and hear what beats 1 through 4 will sound like. 9, 10, 11, 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, that sounds pretty cool already. So after that, we have a 16th note rest on the downbeat of 5, and then a 16th note on the and of 5. We have 2 16th notes starting on the downbeat of 6, so that'll be 6 and then we have 2 8th notes on beat 7 and then beat 8. So I'm going to go ahead and clap out beats 5 through 8 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. After that, we have 2 16th notes on the downbeat of 9, so that's 9 and 2 16th notes on the downbeat of 10, which is 10 and then 3 16th note triplets starting on beat 11, which will be 11 triplet. So let's go ahead and clap out what beats 9 through 11 will sound like. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11 triplet. All right, now let's hear what the entire rhythm sounds like. 9, 10, 11, 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9 and 10 and left triplet. All right, let's throw it on the drum set. We're going to play the 8th note on the downbeat of 1 on the snare alone. The 8th note triplet on the downbeat of 2 is going to go on open hi-hat, crash cymbal, and bass, and then the let of 2 is going to go on snare and ride cymbal. After that, we have 3 8th note triplets starting on the downbeat of 3, and we're going to assign all 3 of those to the ride cymbal and snare as well. So that's going to be 3, the let of 3, and the trip of 3 on the ride cymbal and snare. So let's go ahead and play what beats 1 through 4 will sound like. The let of 2 through the trip of 4, we play the ride cymbal and snare drum, but in the last playing, I added a decrescendo. So the let of 2 was the loudest that you would play that, and you slowly fade away each time you play it afterwards. We have a 16th note rest on the downbeat of 5, so we're not going to play there. The 16th note on the and of 5 will go in the high tom, and the 2 16th notes on the downbeat of 6 will also go in the high tom. After that, we have an 8th note on the downbeat of 7, which will just go on the snare alone. The 8th note on the downbeat of 8 is going to go on quick hi-hat choke, bass drum, and then crash cymbal choke. So let's go ahead and hear what beats 5 through 8 will sound like. I added a crescendo on the and of 5, downbeat of 6, and of 6, so that's all in the high tom. Your loudest point is going to be the downbeat of 7 when we hit the snare drum. So after that, we're going to play the 2 16th notes on the downbeat of 9 on the snare drum and then the high tom. So downbeat of 9 is snare drum, and of 9 is the high tom. The downbeat of 10 is also the high tom, and the and of 10 will be the floor tom. After that, we have 3 16th note triplets on 11, which will play snare drum, high tom, floor tom, and that'll end the fill. So let's go ahead and hear what beats 9 through 11 will sound like. Okay, now let's hear the whole fill together. I had so much fun making this fill today. If you enjoyed it or if you liked any of the past RFF videos, record yourself playing it and send it to any of the Inspired Drumming social media accounts for a chance to get featured. Very excited to see you next week. Stay inspired.